See if we can get... See if that works.
That'll work.
I managed to scrape my wheels on the way in as well. Right, we're off for another little day out. It's our third day out from here, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Well, apart from the shopping day.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go down Dick of the Banks Road.
Turn right onto Dick of the Banks Road.
We're off to Sherborne Castle. Old Sherborne Castle.
Yeah.
As opposed to the new one.
Yeah.
Is there a new one there?
There is a new one, yeah. It was owned by Sir Walter Ralegh again. We mentioned yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
In half a mile,
So didn't have the
turn
old one
right
then?
onto Highgate Lane.
He didn't have... Well, the old one was still there until the Civil War. What happened to a lot of castles, it got partially destroyed.
Alright.
There is a Sherborne Newcastle, which he owned, and that's next door to it. And the village itself is supposed to be really nice, and it was originally an abbey.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right onto Highgate Lane.
But there is still a cathedral there from the days when the abbey was there.
Okay.
So we'll go back towards Dorchester, aren't we?
Yeah, I'll put a map up here.
Yeah.
Show you the way, because we're only really retracing our steps back towards...
Turn right onto Highgate Lane.
Back towards Dorchester. Off we jolly well go.
Turn right onto B3145. In a quarter of a mile, keep left to New Road.
That's the Newcastle.
Right, so that's Sherborne Castle and Gardens. Okay.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right onto Long Street, then take the first right.
We always have a truck in front of us when we're going to these places.
I don't know.
Turn right onto Long Street, then take the first right. Turn right onto Castleton Road.
What's it up there?
Oh, it's up there, is it?
Yeah.
Just saw the no entry sign.
Oh.
Turn left onto Castleton Road, then turn right.
It wasn't a no entry sign, it was a dead end sign.
Yeah.
Navigate off-road.
Okay.
Parking for clergy only. There we go here. What time is it? It's 10. So are you meant to go in there or?
Well, you can't. There's a gate sort of shut. Whether it's because it's too early at the moment.
Do we go in here?
No, you don't go in there. It would be in there, but I think at the moment, because it's not 10 o'clock, they've still got the barrier there. Definitely go in there. Seems to be some sort of car park.
Alright, Pops.
I think these people in that other car are hoping to go in there. I suppose you can park here.
Lovely old church there. Yes, pre-booked tickets here.
There's a car park here, I don't know.
Well, because they haven't opened the gates, have they? So. Oop, see if we can get See if that works.
That'll work.
I managed to scrape my wheels on the way in as well.
Really high curb. Made me jump actually when I opened the door because I just suddenly realised that just above the... Am I still standing here?
Yeah, you're still standing there. Right, let's go and have a look. Yeah, there is a car park here, but for some reason we can't use it. Yeah, so Sherborne Old Castle, palatial home to bishops and an unscrupulous adventurer. What are they talking about? Walter Ralegh. It's huge grounds by the looks of it. Right, you want to
make our way?
Make our way round?
Yeah. Not very big in there.
You don't need to be very big for the gatehouse, do you?
Oh, it's quite tall, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's got quite a way, doesn't it? Right, Pops. See what it says, eh? The King's Man, Bishop Roger, built by Bishop Roger of Sarum in the 1120s as a magnificent rural retreat. In front of you, the remains of the central buildings, the heart of a medieval castle, built on top of a 7th to 10th century cemetery. Probably unaware of the graves on the hill, the castle builders flattened the land to build the tower and the Great Hall. At the time of building the castle, Bishop Roger was England's most powerful royal advisor, but his origins are thought to have been humble. Born in the late 1060s in Normandy, he's said to be a priest of a chapel. Here Henry, younger son of William the Conqueror, met him and employed him as a clerk. Henry became king in 1100. He made Roger his chancellor. He managed the king's finances and other aspects of royal administration, and he was made Bishop of Sarum, after which he spent lavishly on new buildings across the diocese estates.
Isn't that amazing, that bit right at the very top there? Right at the top of the...
A tower on top of a tower, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jenny's in charge of the stills today.
So sorry, the rubbish.
You take one over here. So they demolished the walls, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they really had to go at it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't leave much.
Some fancy columns in there, I can see.
Yeah, there's sort of strange bits been added, isn't there? Like I say, like that bit up the top.
Yeah. Presumably, that's the grounds of the new castle over there, isn't it? Right, the Great Tower. This is rising above all other buildings. The Great Tower provided accommodation on the first and second floors to Bishop Roger and his most esteemed guests. The ground floor undercroft was used for storage. Each floor was originally split in half by a solid dividing wall at ground level, a wall with large arches on the first floor and an arcade on the second floor. One of the arcade pillars was moved to the ground floor in the 16th century and still stands here. So that's the pillar that you can see there then. In 1592, the coloniser, courtier and writer Sir Walter Ralegh persuaded Elizabeth I to grant him the lease of the castle. Soon after, he abandoned works at the old castle, preferring to modify the hunting lodge behind you into what became Sherborne New Castle.
Which is over there.
Over there.
So he leased the land, started to do things here, and then decided, I think I'll build that instead.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you start building something and then you think, no, I won't bother. I notice his spelling there, Walter Ralegh. There's about different ways of spelling it, isn't there?
There is, yeah, yeah.
The one we've always tended to use is Raleigh, and that's Ralegh.
Yeah.
Which is the way he preferred it spelt.
Yeah, and seeing as he owned the land here,
Yeah.
to spell it his way.
Yeah. Come on, Pops, let's carry on going round. You're taking all this in, aren't you, Pops? Eh? You're learning all about it.
What was that then?
It's part of the wall, I imagine.
Just part of the wall that was left.
It's probably how high the wall was, wasn't it? And all the stones been robbed all the way around.
You can see sort of a door or something there, can't you? They probably walked out and walked along.
Yeah. You probably walked the wall, couldn't you? I think there's more wall left at St Albans Verulamium than there is here. Yeah, kitchen and well, surviving evidence of buildings mostly demolished in the 16th century suggests the kitchen was fully equipped to cater for the demands of the castle community. And the kitchen was close to the well, so there's a supply of water. There's the well. In addition, the well provided drinking water for the whole household. The higher status residents drank wine with their meals. The castle community, from the castle's owners to the kitchen servants, could sometimes number 150 men, women and children, but not everyone lived in the castle. Those who were entitled to daily food portions in addition to the 2 set daily meals at midday and in the evening. And there's a picture of a man and woman preparing a meal from the 13th to 14th century French manuscript. The castle kitchens had large fireplaces where pots for stewing sat alongside roasting meat. And there's Poppy's tour.
About Poppy's height, that wall.
Yeah. So this is the tradesman's entrance, where supplies, workmen, women and visitors of ordinary status entered the castle. So we're there. The outer court formed a settlement with lodgings for grooms, servants and those not permitted within the castle walls, as well as stables and other outbuildings. By the 16th century these buildings were demolished and the settlement moved to Castleton, located near the main castle entrance. The remains of the outer court were partly buried beneath an earth gun bastion during the First Civil War. 1642, 1646. Yeah, you can see this was a massive wall, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely enormous. Right, cornerstones here. Bizarre. Those walls don't look all that safe.
Great Hall, it says.
You going to read?
No, you're better at it than me.
This was the centre of social and political life at the castle. It was used for formal meals and to feed the castle community. Mostly demolished when Sir Walter Ralegh took ownership of the castle 1590. So set at ground level, the hall had high walls and was open to the roof. As usual for a medieval hall, there was a high end near the west wall where the bishop entered via a door from the courtyard and sat at a table, and a low end where less important guests sat. They and the servants used the door behind you on the left.
All behind us.
I imagine it's here.
Somewhere there.
Yeah, all there. The hall was heated by a fire upon a hearth set in the floor.
That's gone.
Hearth set in the floor.
Yeah.
Smoke from the fire would rise into the high roof space and escape through a small opening in the roof. Although little remains of the Great Hall, a fragment of decoration survives on the west wall in the form of a horizontal course of dressed stones with chevron zigzag mouldings. Excavation has also suggested at one point the floor was covered in glazed tiles with a checkered pattern. But yeah, it would have been quite a sight, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, you can sort of imagine where the roof was. Mostly demolished. Inner courtyard. So there's the inner courtyard, provided a quiet space removed from the bustle of the wider castle. The sheltered walkway surrounded the courtyard.
That's nice, yeah.
Yeah. The tranquil space was previously thought to have been built by Bishop Roger to resemble the cloister of a monastery.
Yeah.
In fact, cloister-like enclosures were common at castles, but simply rarely survive. To the east, right, of the inner courtyard was a room which was probably used to store food and drink. And that's presumably over there then. The floor above was an additional accommodation at the heart of the castle, provided with the comforts of a lodging, such as a garderobe, toilet. The base of the garderobe tower survives, projecting from the south end of the east wall. Pops, she's determined to go that long grass, aren't you? You ain't making you sneeze now. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's the steps up. You can't go up there, Pops.
Bobby can,
Probably can, yeah.
but you're not supposed to.
No.
That's the garderobe then.
No, that's the way up to the tower, isn't it?
Oh,
I
right,
presume
okay.
the garderobe was in there.
Oh. Yep, excuse me. Let's have a look round here. Oh no, perhaps not. I've lost her. There she was gone. Poppy, you've lost your mum. There you are. So this was the chapel then?
Yeah, it says it's a double chapel.
Okay.
I think it was a main chapel down below and an upper chapel for Bishop Roger.
Oh, I see. So a posh chapel up above.
Yeah, his private one.
Private one. Everyone else downstairs. Exterior faces of this building preserve the extraordinary rich architectural decoration superior to any surviving elsewhere at the castle. It's likely this was the most beautiful of all the buildings here. So worship would have been a daily activity of the medieval life, especially in the lives of bishops who stayed here.
Yes, let's look at the walls. What it look like.
Yeah. There's the decoration it's talking about there. You can still see some of the decoration up at the top there. Still got some of the decoration on that window up the top there. Must have been cellars or something there.
Tiny little rooms, aren't they? Or areas.
Yeah. Storerooms. What do you reckon, Pops? Poppy? What were they? Sorry, Pops, are we waiting? Am I holding you up? Looks like at one time you could go up there.
Yeah.
Well, these seem to be bricked in, don't they? Yeah, so it says this is the west courtyard. In the 13th century, various extensions were made to the Great Tower, created an additional smaller inner courtyard to the west. Some of the west courtyard buildings are now lost, but the footings of walls and others remain. So I suppose those are
And over there.
the fronts, aren't they?
Yeah.
The extensions created extra living quarters in the Great Tower on the north side. Many garderobe toilet chute pits remain in the building on the left, suggesting that's what they are.
That's what that was.
They're pits.
Yeah. Right.
The new west courtyard also provided additional privacy to those accessing the Great Tower, allowed for large ceremonial staircase to rise from the ground floor to the west range, replacing the earlier access from the inner courtyard. So presumably that was that staircase going up there.
There. Yeah.
It says F, stairway from the west courtyard to the Great Tower. It says, can you spot the remains of the garderobe toilet?
Well, that's where we look. That's C.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's a tower, apparently.
Sorry?
It was a tower, didn't it say?
Foundations of the garderobe tower.
Yeah, there.
So it was a tower just for the toilets.
Yeah, like there was at Middleham.
Yeah. And G is the entrance to the west courtyard, just there.
Just there, yeah.
Oh, hang on, Pop. So we're going in here.
Oh.
Alright, Pops, what's in here then? A blocked up window. Oh, yeah, mind your step there. Blocked up window there. Yeah, all vaulted ceilings. It's strange, isn't it, how much of it remains like this? Looks like there was a fire here.
Yeah, well, that's probably where it got hit.
And this is all blackened as well.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
And graffiti over the centuries on there.
Yeah, I was going to see if there's anybody from 17 something or... I thought they might say 1876, but I'm not sure.
I can only imagine what it would have been like, really, can't you?
It's strange that, isn't it? It's like... It's one long room that's blocked off and then a similar looking thing that goes through.
Yeah.
This column.
Yeah. Column's very fancy. Warming up.
Yep. Oh, get her to do that again.
What's over here, Pops? You'll do a photo? Eh? Yeah, so this is the North Gate and Barbican. So the North Gate didn't form a defensive purpose, simply used for access, and may occasionally be in a ceremonial entry to the castle from the mere, the modified lake. So there was a lake down there then.
Right.
Okay. Small stone enclosure Barbican was a yard for storing game birds. From beyond this enclosure, a stepped and covered passage gave access to a jetty, the landing point for travellers by boat. Received supplies of fresh fish and waterfowl caught across the mere, which nearly surrounded the castle hill. Though the mere was full of water in Roger's time, by the late 15th century it became boggy, and at this time the Barbican was reduced in size and a tower was built over the original plain gate through the curtain wall.
So that's what it would look like then. You've got the water there, haven't
Yeah, yeah.
you? It is just...
You want to go down, Pops? You want to go down there? That's a good half question.
That's obviously to do with the new castle.
At the end of the 18th century, the Digby family created this viewpoint looking towards the wooded slopes of Jerusalem Hill and the medieval deer park. A herd of fallow deer still live among the ancient oaks and are descendants of the animals introduced by the Norman bishops. The lake put in by Capability Brown in 1753 to 55 is an important feature in the view. Except I can't see it.
Well, we can't from here.
No. Shady yew trees and evergreens were planted by the Digby family to accentuate the antiquity of the old castle ruins and to make a shaded walk up to this viewpoint. From here the family could take their visitors to view the ruins.
Right, yeah, come up here and...
Yeah, come and have a look at the old castle.
Yeah.
Oh yes, very, very charming. Suppose it then had some sort of nostalgic value, didn't it? Look at the size of that yew tree.
Gosh.
Wow. So peaceful here.
It is, isn't it?
Just about here, a little bit of traffic noise. It's mainly the birds.
You can imagine them coming up here, can't you? And that's why this looks like a walkway, doesn't it? For them to come up and look at the old castle.
Yeah. So thanks for that. That ends our little visit to Sherborne Old Castle. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that notifications icon and that'll give you updates as we progress through our tour.
Yep.
End of week 1 really, isn't it?
End of week 1, yeah. 2 to go.
2 weeks to go. We'll see you soon.
Bye then.
Bobs.
Not talking.
You're not talking to us. What did you think of the castle? Poppy? Hey, what did you think of the castle?
Not enough steps to go up, were there?
No,
Not
no
enough towers.
steps. No, okay.
If you likes doing that, didn't you, going up the tower? Weren't any?
There's the lake over there,
Oh, right.
I think, is it?
I would imagine so, yeah.